Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Parasyte, aka Kiseijuu, episode 6. Alright, and for like the third week in a row, maybe even more than that, this video is coming out late. But if you've seen any of my last, like, 3 reviews, 2 World Trigger reviews, one anime, one anime, and one manga, and then my Shokugeki no Soma review, then you will know that I had 2 group projects and 2 exams, and I had to get done between like Monday and Thursday, like literally one each day. So I just did not have time to do this, but now it's up. Okay, now it's up. This is actually, and it should be worth the wait because this review is probably going to get like pretty analytical. I really like this was probably my favorite episode yet. Okay, it really was. It starts off right where I left off. Shinichi got stabbed in the chest, and Migi ends up merging with Shinichi's heart. All right, that's how he saves him. That's how he repairs Shinichi's heart. He merges with Shinichi's heart. All right, and gradually makes his way back to his hand. All right. And he keeps Shinichi alive by essentially giving him nourishment like sugar water. Alright, so just doing that, waiting for Shinichi to finally regain consciousness. Alright, and seeing this made me think, could he technically do the same thing with Shinichi's brain? Detach himself and then merge with Shinichi's brain to control him? Couldn't he technically do that? I mean, eventually Migi had to go back to his hand. So I don't know if he went back because he had to, or because he felt that he would be more useful on Shinichi's hand than on Shinichi's heart. Having to, like, freaking open up his chest like Kimimaro, trying to use his bones and crap. Like, or did Kimimaro do that? Could he actually, like, have his... Yeah, he could do that, have his ribcage come out. Yeah, yeah, I guess he just considered that he would be more useful. Yeah, because then if he would have to actually, like, in order to attack, he would have to pierce through Shinichi's chest to get to the enemy, and that's just silly. So maybe it's not that he had to go back to the hand, but he just thought it was better than being merged with his heart. So if that truly is the case, then Migi could legitimately just switch to Shinichi's brain. Couldn't he? I mean, Migi said that he couldn't do that, but I don't... Maybe that was just him saying he wasn't going to do it because it was too risky. But if it succeeded with the heart, then, like, couldn't it work with the brain too? So, it seems like it would be possible for him to switch to the brain and then control Shinichi that way. But it's just a theory for now. So Migi might actually not, like, at this point, Migi might not even need to go and take over Shinichi, because in this episode we see Shinichi make quite the marvelous transformation here, okay? And in my opinion, this was executed really, really well, okay? Like, actually, like, really, really well. Because sometimes when you get these character transformations, it kind of happens really quickly and suddenly, you know? But this one was just at the right pace, alright? Like, usually it ends up going, like, they see the mom, right? They're like, Mom? You know, and then they're still in shock, but then all of a sudden they think, I must kill, I must get revenge. Like, it's always like a really quick change, you know? Kind of like Tokyo Ghoul. Take Tokyo Ghoul, for example, right? What's his face? Kaneki. He's being tortured, right? Then all of a sudden he has a not a flashback, but like this inner monologue, and all of a sudden now he's like all crazy, white hair Shinichi, bloodlust, yeah, like beat Jason, yeah, like all of a sudden he's like that, all right. But this wasn't like that. It was a slow build. Like, well, it was only one episode, so I can't, like, but you know what I mean. It was a slow build. It didn't just happen like that. Okay, there are multiple things that had to happen, all right, in order for him to make this change. Okay, he started off in denial and in disbelief that his mother had been taken out by one of these parasites, all right. But over the course of the episode, he experiences these things, like having to care for his father, okay, because the hospital kept calling Shinichi over and over again to tell him that, you know, your father is here, he's in the hospital, he's safe, okay, and Shinichi ends up going to go check on him, and the father is talking with these doctors and trying to tell them what happened, but obviously, you know, they don't believe him, right? Because this dude's saying my wife was killed by this monster. Yeah, it's just like we know that that's true, but a normal person is listening to that thinking that the guy's insane, and that's what they tell him. They say, you know, oh, it must have been trauma from the fall. It was just some type of nightmare. You thought you saw something, but it wasn't really the way it was. And that's what they're trying to tell him. And he knows that that's not true. He knows what he saw, and he knows that he's right, but he still tries to make himself believe that he's wrong for the sake of his own mental status, and for Shinichi as well, because he's trying to cheer Shinichi up and like not have Shinichi kind of fall into the same depression that he's fallen into. Okay, so you've got his mom being killed by this parasite, taken over. So now he has to look at his mom and know that it's not really his mom. Right? He's got the emotional distress from that. All right. Then his mom. He had to deal with this parasite trying to kill him with his mom's face. All right. Put that on top. Then he has to deal with this. He has to deal with the stuff that happened with Murano. All right, because we saw that scene before Shinichi left with Murano and him kind of bonding, where like Murano can read Shinichi really easily. All right, so she knows that something's up. She knows that he's hiding something from her, but she can tell that it's something that Shinichi just does not want her involved in, like at any cost. All right, and she knows that it's probably something dangerous, and she accepts the fact that she's just going to stay there because she knows that Shinichi would be worried about her if she were to leave. So she just decides to ask him, you know, just tell me that after all this is said and done, you'll be safe and you will come back here. Tell me you're going to be back. All right. And obviously Shinichi does in fact say yes. All right. But that little scene there shows Shinichi that, maybe I'm overanalyzing, but that scene there shows Shinichi that he has people who really do care about him and depend on him. Okay, and right now the parasite that took over Nobuko is threatening to take him away, and taking him away would hurt those people. Okay, Murano is young, and she truly cares about Shinichi. So if Shinichi were killed, there's no way Murano would be able to handle it. There's no way. All right, and his father has already seen his wife get murdered in front of his eyes. Okay, he can't handle losing his son too, his only child. He can't handle that on top of losing his wife. Okay, you got to realize, like I've said it before and I'll say it again, this dude never showed concern like at all ever before in the series, which I think was done specifically so that we could see the change that he's made, just how much of an effect this has had on him. Because this dude just sat there and watched his wife get burned by tempura, and he was just like, you should probably take care of that, you know? Like this dude just like did not care at all, you know? He's talking about these mincemeat murders at the breakfast table, just like nonchalantly. It's like this dude just never had a care in the world before. He never showed emotion, but now he's showing quite a bit of it. And I think that was done on purpose to show us the change and to show how much this is actually affecting him. The dude that never actually showed emotion and anywhere else in the series is now just can't even hide how hurt he is. I think that was done on purpose. Okay. So there's no way he'd be able to handle losing his only child as well, okay? And it's only after Shinichi, you know, mom gets killed, mom tries to kill him, sees that this parasite with his mom's body is threatening to take away the people that he cares about. And not just that, but threatening to take him away, which would also affect the people that he cares about. All right. It's only after all that stuff piles up on top of each other that he decides, that he actually just comes out and says, "I'm going to kill her." Okay. All right, and then he ends up going to the hospital after that, and seeing the state that his father is in, and that just completes it, because after that is when he tells Migi. Migi asks him, "Is it okay if we take her out?" He says, "Yes, we will kill her." Okay, so it's only after all that stuff piled up that finally the change is complete. So it didn't happen all at once. It's slowly built up, and I like that. Okay, I like that. All right, that change, these changes that Shinichi made his character was handled perfectly here. It really was. It was handled perfectly, right? So that was like, this is probably the most powerful episode so far. All right, this was a powerful episode when you're looking at how Shinichi has been affected by all this and how it's changed him. It really was a powerful episode. All right. And that wasn't all that we got in this episode either. Okay, on top of that, we have that girl from the train, all right, who was revealed to be staying at the same inn, or working. Her family owns the inn that Shinichi is staying at. All right, and it looks like she'll be important because she keeps showing up. Like, there's no reason to have a character show up that many times and interact that often with the main character if she's not going to have some type of role. All right, and from the looks of the end of the episode, it looks like she has feelings for Shinichi, so that's love interest number 3 right there, right there. Okay, and we see her follow Shinichi to the beach at the end of the episode. The fact that she actually went out of her way to like follow him and ensure that he got to where, like, she's too involved with Shinichi to not be important. Okay, and we never really saw her with her hair down. But in the opening, there's a girl that I think is her. Okay, where her hair is down. It's like it's the scene right before Nobuko shows up, and you see the lines go across her head, across her face. It's like it's where the chorus starts, where you hear the, where you hear that chorus start, and you see her. That's the. I'm pretty sure that's her. I'm pretty sure. I can't really be. Well, I can't really be too sure. I think it's her. I think it's her. Okay, but if it is hers, then that means she's gonna have a big role. I don't know what that role is. It could be that she becomes an ally, kind of like a Kana or a Murano, or maybe she ends up getting killed as well, like Nobuko did, and turning into a parasite, since she was in the scene literally right before Nobuko showed up. Alright, like, actually, it's not even a different scene, it's the same scene. So, maybe she gets killed and turned into a parasite. Maybe she becomes a person that Shinichi cares about, and then a person that gets taken away. Can't really be too sure, but either way, I think next episode will make it more clear what the relationship between those two is going to be. Because this girl is, like, out of all the humans that Shinichi is close with, all the people that Shinichi is close with, she is the one who has, in terms of vicinity, been the closest to another parasite, been the closest to Shinichi fighting with the parasite. Okay? Like, there have been times when Migi almost revealed himself, or itself, to Murano, like, when those bully delinquent people were beating up Shinichi, but when it comes to fights between parasites, okay, no one has been closer than this girl right now. Okay, I forgot her name, but not a big deal. Nope, can't remember her. I can't remember her name, but I should have written it down. But I find it difficult to believe that she would actually not. Shinichi might finish the fight before she gets there, because she has to go around the wall. So he might finish the fight before she gets there, but at the very least, she's got to be at least a little suspicious, because he didn't just he freaking jumped over the wall, like like that's she like there's no way she can't be at least a little bit suspicious as to who this person is. Like that, no, that's not humanly possible to jump over a wall. That like he didn't even use his hand. Like she has to be suspicious. So like either way, I think next episode will make it more clear, seeing how she reacts to Shinichi doing this inhuman feat, and maybe she catches a glimpse. Excuse me. Maybe she catches a glimpse of the Parasyte or the fight or the aftermath of the fight with the corpse laying there on the ground. All right, like, like I think the next episode will make things more clear as to the direction her character is going to take. Okay. What else? Oh, Migi. Migi has a weakness now. Okay. Because of the fact that he merged with Shinichi's heart, his physiology has changed. Okay, and it's changed in a way where he can't sense other parasites while he's sleeping. Before, he would be able to fall asleep and still get woken up by someone putting Shinichi in danger, like the bullies, or like the delinquents, I mean, or one of his kind coming within 300 meters. Alright, but now he can't sense that when he sleeps anymore. Now he's a deep sleeper, essentially, a heavy sleeper. Alright, so he can't just wake up like that anymore. Alright, and originally I thought this would be a temporary thing, because like I thought it would be something like he used up too much energy in restoring Shinichi's heart, and now he has to like work off a sleep debt, so to speak. For the record, a sleep debt is a legitimate thing. It's I'm just using it as a metaphor here. But I thought it would be something like a sleep debt where he just had to work it off and then he'd be able to turn back to normal. But since he said that his physiology has changed, I'm assuming it's probably a permanent thing where he just won't be able to sense people of his kind, sense his own kind while he's sleeping. So that's definitely not a good thing. It definitely puts him at a disadvantage, which means that while Migi's sleeping, Shinichi's going to have to step up. Right? If they get attacked while Migi's sleeping, then Shinichi's got to do things himself. So he's going to have to become more capable. Alright, he can't rely 100% on Migi anymore. So he's going to have to become more capable and, I guess, like, hit the gym or something. Get a weapon of some sort. Like, he's got to become more capable now. He's got to. He can't avoid it anymore. He has to. Alright, so that means that Shinichi is going to grow some more in the future. He's going to get even more growth, alright? And eventually turn into that dude that we see at the end of the opening, alright? Well, we kind of see some of his growth with, like, the freaking jumping over the freaking wall, alright? But, yeah. I find it interesting that Shinichi jumped over the wall like that right in front of the girl. Like, he clearly just does not care if normal people find out that he's different, I'll say. Alright? And that's just like the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the changes he's going through. Because at the end of the episode, when Shinichi does go after that parasite that he sees, which it isn't Nobuko, by the way. It's not Nobuko. That's definitely a dude. Alright? But when he's going after that dude, Migi tells Shinichi that there's something that he's noticed to change himself, and that it's something that he has to tell Shinichi. So there's something bigger that's happened that we don't know yet. Alright, so that's something we can look forward to. In the preview, it looked like Migi had transformed into a sword, kind of. So I guess that's one, not a big change. I'm sure Migi could have done that before if he really wanted to. But I just thought that was interesting that he turned into a sword. Maybe maybe Shinichi's gonna learn to be a swordsman and he's gonna like freaking legit use Migi as a weapon. Well, no, that would be stupid. That would be stupid. That would literally decrease the efficiency. Migi, like the kind of fight that Migi had in like episode, what was it, 3 or 4? Whichever episode where they fought Asan or Asan or whatever, and Migi was just like doing these like rapid like swings and crap like that, like like that. Just there's no way Shinichi's moving that quickly with a freaking sword now, so that would be stupid. All right, but I just thought it was interesting the fact that Migi could transform into a sword, or that he did transform into a sword, I should say. That'd be more accurate. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to look forward to thanks to this episode kind of laying, just planting the seeds for possible things happening in the future. So that's cool. But overall, I thought this episode was great. It was a great, powerful episode, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great. I really did. And yeah, the episode gets a 9 out of 10, guys. Yeah, that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.